Welcome to Into the Void. I'm Itchy Braids,
And this is your boy Ace.
and today we're back with a new episode.
You know, we had to take a break, get some sunlight.
Absolutely.
But I have a theory for you guys. I'm gonna call it the near miss theory. And the reason why I call it the near miss theory, this is gonna tie in a lot of other theories like Mandela effects and like multiverse. I'm gonna get to that. So with that idea of the near miss theory, is like, I'm gonna use 2012 for an example.
Mm-hmm.
The Mayan calendar said that by the end of like around December 10th or something, that in 2012 we're gonna get cleaned up like a meteor or something.
Yeah.
My thing is, what if that was destined to happen, but they turned on a collider, the portal machines that everybody kind of know about. I think, was it CERN?
Yeah. The Hadron Collider. It was invented by the company CERN. It's the biggest machine in the world.
Okay, because I thought there was one in Mexico, so don't quote me on that. But what if that was destined to happen, but every time they turn it on, say I'm not technically your Ace, I'm a different timeline Ace, because from the near miss that happened 2 years ago that you met, it's crazy.
Yeah.
So I think it creates Mandela effects, because like I could be from a universe that the Monopoly Man has the monocle, because that's the great Mandela effect to me for sure. I remember that man with a monocle.
You know, that's interesting because I don't know if you've seen Naruto, but growing up I could have swore Itachi had glasses. And along that topic, Amelia Earhart, the woman pilot,
Yeah.
her plane disappeared. They never found it. They believe that she went missing at the Bermuda Triangle, and that just ties into the whole CERN portal connection.
Honestly, if that's the case, what I think about the Bermuda Triangle, and then I think there's a one called the Dragon Triangle in Japan, or is it like the Devil Triangle, is pretty much a smaller version of the Bermuda Triangle. What if those are like the connecting points for that CERN portal? This is still a theory. Calm down.
I could see that. It's a theory, of course, but there's a theory known as stargates, and people believe that there are certain points, energy centers in the world known as stargates, and if you stand on them and under the right circumstances, you can teleport, and you can, who knows where you end up, but they're called stargates, and it's a pretty popular theory.
I wonder, is it only in that spot? Because if you can take a chunk of that, I'm gonna become like the movie Jumper. I don't know if anybody knows of that movie. Premise of the movie is that people are born to jump through, like pretty much teleport, like Nightcrawler, and they can travel back in time, but it requires a lot of energy. And then you're getting it. That's all you're gonna get, because that movie is really good. That's all I pretty much have for the near miss theory. It's just for the simple fact that every time something like of great significance that could cause the world to end, we kind of just turn the machine on and be like, we in a timeline that did not get destroyed.
Yeah.
So, and it just continues to pile on.
On the whole topic of portals and stargates, the Bermuda Triangle, I didn't realize how close the Bermuda Triangle was to us. Like, it's a couple miles off the Everglades.
Really?
It's really close. Like, we could actually go there. Like,
I swore that thing was like in the middle of the ocean somewhere.
it's in the middle of the ocean, but it's not far from Florida. Like, it's a couple miles off the coast.
Jeez.
Yeah. Something just fascinating about the Gulf. I think the Bible refers to where humanity originated as the Fertile Crescent. Now, if you think of the shape of a crescent,
Yeah.
the most accurate landmark for that would be the Gulf. But for that to make sense, that would mean that people really originated out of Florida. So, or the South, the Southern America, North America, but in the South.
I'm glad you brought that up. I also had another theory. I said of what the Bible takes place in Egypt and stuff. What if it actually happened in America?
Bro, there are hieroglyphics and stuff tied to the Egyptians in California, so I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised.
So my reasoning for this theory is that in Utah, in the story of in the Bible that a man and his wife was told to flee a city, and the rule was it's not to look back. And what happened? She looked back and turned into a pillar of salt.
Wow.
And what's funny about it? That same pillar is only found in Utah somewhere.
Wow.
And it's random, and it's nothing but desert. But this one pillar, in the shape of a woman, is still there.
Wow.
Now, currently, I don't know if it's been like dug up, but as of maybe I learned this like a year ago that it was still there. So,
and just to add to that whole theory, Noah's Ark, if it really happened, the Ark was allegedly built out of gopher wood. The only place you can find gopher wood is in the South, in North America. That's the only place. And to even push that a little further, Christ, Yeshua, Jesus, whatever you want to call him, the cross that he was crucified on allegedly was made out of dogwood. Now I can't tell you all that, but the neighborhood I live in is called Dogwood. It's nothing but dogwood trees in my neighborhood, and they're all out throughout the South. So it's not too far-fetched, that whole idea that maybe people may have originated out of America.
I mean, is this speculation? But
Yeah.
I'm just saying there's some stuff that kind of ties in with everything. What else besides like those are the main points? Because we don't know how the world looked like during the biblical times. We wouldn't know.
Could have all been one Pangea.
Honestly, it really could. Or it could have been a river right down the middle. We wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Energy wise, spiritual wise.
Yeah.
Have you noticed anything real different lately?
Well, tell me what you noticed first.
So,
I gotta think on that.
The beginning of the year of 2025 has been like, it felt like hibernation season still. Like everything just kind of like was going through the motion or just very sluggish until like a week or two ago. All of a sudden, like energy levels are coming back up, and it's like everything's kind of, it's like something cool is going to happen later on, like a big like gift or something.
I hope that happens, because my view on the near future is not so positive. I feel like something big is going to happen, but I don't think it's in a positive way. But I hope that it is.
It's more like an uncertainty type thing. Like there's the what I call a journey into the unknown. But I don't feel too bad about it. So
like, yeah, pretty much same. I've got to the point to where I've established, the safety for my family. I've took the most repercussions that I possibly could take to make sure everybody's safe. So now I'm just living life to see how things go.
Yeah. Besides like the whole, the education system, dude. The way kids cheat nowadays is literally 110% chat GPT.
Oh yeah, AI can write you a report in a second. Like,
I just came back from watching how technology grew in the last like 20 years. And within those events, how much AI has gotten grown in that point in time is insane.
Yeah.
Just like I was just watching my nieces and nephews. I'm like, she's like 3 years old and she's managing to control everything with the phone.
Yeah.
I ain't trying to sound old, but it's just it's just a nuance because we didn't grow up that way. We grew up with like outside. We grew up in the perfect middle, like the transition period. Like we grew up young enough to be outside, but you're old enough to still know what technology is.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, and the advancement of AI, it's incredible, because I work in the tech industry, and like, for example, this week they had me and all my coworkers, we had to do a contest using AI to build a website. Now, I don't know how to code. I work with coders, but they showed me this program, and I'll share it with you. I built a whole website. I'll send you the link, and I built it in under an hour. A complete website. It had a chat bot that worked in everything. Like, just using AI, because I can't code. It wrote the code for me. It imported the images for me. Like, it did everything I needed it to do. And it's a live link on the internet right now.
The simple fact I learned how to code in like high school, that used to take pain days, weeks at times. because you could mess up a code by not capitalizing a letter, and your whole website can be destroyed.
Yeah, really.
The fact that you did this within an hour, a day, makes me, it loses my mind.
Crazy. And it's only going to get better. Like, AI is, I don't know if you ever seen the video of Will Smith eating spaghetti. It was like one of the first AI like videos that the mass media seen. A lot of people.
I think it's the one where he did a commercial and it just, the background kept changing.
That
thing.
Well, they redid it with the current AI, and it's one for one. Like, it's spot on. Like, if I saw that and I hadn't seen the original, I would have thought that was really Will Smith eating spaghetti. It's good, and it's only gonna get better.
I feel like they got good at the voice recognition, because that's one of the other things I would be concerned about. Because if they can get your visually, what they can do with your like voice is crazy.
Oh yeah. Oh, I got a friend right now who he lives in Orlando, and he was telling me they're already using AI drones to clock people. Instead of cops manually pulling you over for speeding, if a drone catches you speeding, they'll take a picture of your plate and they'll mail you the ticket. And he didn't realize he was getting tickets because he was like, well, they didn't pull me over. And then he got a letter in the mail. Turns out he's like $2,000 behind in tickets.
What?
So yeah, watch your speed in these major towns. The AI is definitely surveilling you, and if it's not surveilling you yet, it's coming. It is coming.
Yeah, man. Oh, you know what? Speaking of that, dang, it's kind of too late for that subject now.
What's up?
We're really becoming more like that video game for some of you folks. Detroit Becomes Human. I've never played it, but I've I know the game. I watched it from beginning to end for the specific reason. Because you know, the biggest streamer right now with Kai Cenat.
Yeah.
He just got like a $70,000 robot. So, and what's crazy, when they talk to this robot, you can see like the robot understanding. So right now, I call it the iRobot stage.
Yeah. And
then we're gonna become Detroit Becomes Human, because some of these robots right now are talking about like the one thing they don't have is a soul, and I'm like, we're inching territory right now. We're in the iRobot stage. We can go only two paths: Terminator or Detroit Becomes Human. There's just no middle line between this.
Neither one sound very happy.
Anything on the herbal side?
The herbal side, let me think about that. I'm sure there is something. Do you have anything on the herbal side?
I'm still in a work in progress, but I don't have enough to make it anything because I'm still personally using it right now. But it's combination with Himalayan salt, baking soda, and hydrogen peroxide. I'm trying to make a natural like toothpaste with whitening capabilities. So that's what I'm trying.
Back on the herbal topic, it's not a specific herb, but I find it interesting that we're the only country that normally cuts our grass.
Really?
A lot of countries don't cut their grass, and the new grass smell is actually a distress signal from the grass.
You know what? It makes sense. Oh, what's up, Sabi? He's here for good vibes.
Yeah.
I want to name the bee. Now you go. He was here for good vibes. That's actually like really cool. You know what? I actually have something about that too. So you know how early medieval times that they the witches of the time would be brewing up stuff. What if that's the same thing with soup? Think about it. We putting a dead animal, leaves, some spices, and they instantly like heal us from like properties. So like, think about it. Chicken noodle soup is like the best thing for a flu, and that's nothing but herbals and spices and a broth. You cook it in a big cauldron. So just imagine like food holds power. Remember that food holds power, and it all matters of what you use with it. So that's all I had.
I believe that. You know, the potions back then was just the modern day tonic or medicine, elixir, whatever you want to call it. Like, They, like you said, they knew the herbs. They used the broth. They whipped it up in the cauldron, and they were the modern day pharmacists. But you know, the higher ups couldn't have that, because then they wouldn't really make any money from their doctors. So same way it is today now. You know, a lot of holistic doctors get shunned because they would steal money from the mainstream industry that makes these high-end drugs, when really most of these drugs are made out of plants.
I did not realize they were made out of plants.
Most medicines, most modern medicines at least, and in ancient ones, it's plant-based. They're plant-based, and then they add preservatives to make them last longer.
Okay.
Other things, yeah.
Okay, because I didn't know where they actually came from.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was like a combination of like fruits and like genetics and like them playing around in like science labs all day.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, it feels great right now, you know? Just honestly, weather's really good,
Mm-hmm.
high energies. This is like a really good start of the year on top of that. Nothing too chaotic. If you're not looking at the news. If you're not looking at the news, life is beautiful.
If you are, it's crazy.
I have to clarify. There's probably somebody in the comments right now.
What are you talking about?
We're about to be in World War III. I'm like, I mean, it's possible, but when you don't pay attention to the news, your life is a little bit happier, all right?
I can vouch for that. I'm kind of in the middle. Like, I like to stay in touch with what's going on to prepare. But then at the end of the day, all you can really do is prepare. So if you are prepared, there's no reason to worry. You live your life and go on with it.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Now, if you can go and take a hike, please. It's actually really good for your body to take a break from being a part of technology all the time. Take a step out, walk around your neighborhood, a park, something. Because at the end of the day, health is the best thing that we're trying to get everyone to be a part of.
Health is wealth, yes. Make sure you sun gaze, make sure you ground, get some of that barefoot activity. All those things will pay off in the end. Make sure you even decide to go swimming, Even if it's cold, like now it's winter in Florida, but if you go swimming, there are plenty benefits to swimming in cold water. Just do that in moderation. Don't get sick. And
if you don't want to take a cold swim, take a cold shower. It's really good for the muscles, especially after a nice workout or an intense day, a physical like labor day. I shower. You can take your regular shower and just end it off with a cold shower. You don't gotta be in there for 10 minutes. Do like a rinse off or something. But I don't want to give them a double information like that. The cold water thing, which I heard that it helps you lose weight, but I also heard that it gives you problems because of how cold it is. So that's why I'm like, I can't really tell you that, because I'm like, I'm not fully I want to give you correct information. I don't want to give you I don't know or guesses.
My understanding, I have a little knowledge on that. I think the damage can really come in if your body goes into shock. Because if you say if you're taking a hot shower and then it suddenly becomes freezing cold, you can go into shock and pass away. But the benefits are there. You just gotta gradually make that change. Don't jump into freezing water expecting the benefits, because you might go into shock.
I did not know that. But I'm out of juice.
I got one on the topic of health. Have you ever heard of cell salts?
Cell salt?
Cell salts.
No.
I just found out what these were. I've been taking them probably 2-3 weeks now. So when you cremate a human body,
yeah,
it's 12 salts that still remain in the body. Only 12. Everything else gets burned. And these cell salts, they affect different regions of the body. They carry out different functions. And allegedly, each one of the 12 cell salts are tied to one of the 12 astrological signs. Or you can say the 12 months, however you want to pair them up. With that being said, it's odd because, for example, let's say the sign Aries.
Yeah.
Aries represents the head. It represents, the head, the brain, everything in the facial region. Well, the cell salt cell salt tied to Aries. You take it for headaches, you take it for nerve, you take it for brain fog. And I'll display the name. It's a long scientific name, but these are actual salts found in the body. And when you cremate the body, those are the only things that remain.
You know what? Just because I'm answering this like the viewers. It sounds so weird, but I'm gonna ask.
What's up?
So, is cell salts, can it be found in nature as it is? Okay, I was just making clear for all the viewers because they'd be like, "Are we eating from dead people?" Like, that's another theory for another day. That's a Wally theory. We clarify that later.
Now, I'm sure you could get the cell salts from bodies, but most of these cell salts, they're found in foods like cherries, different types of fruits and vegetables. You can get all the cell salts just by eating fruits and vegetables. But if you want a sufficient amount, what I do is I take my cell salts according to the day. I take different ones, mix it in my fruit smoothie, crush them up, and yeah, you don't really taste them.
So what would they look like? Are they a pebble or like a rock looking thing? Like if you found them naturally.
If you found it naturally, it just looked like a grounded up powder. Probably it's like salt.
Okay.
It looks like salt. That's really the only way I can.
So they're like salt rocks.
Yeah.
Thing. That's what I was trying to figure out. Like, are they like coming like before I found out it was salt rocks, but like I thought it was like a leaf or like certain herbs. You crush them together and you create like those type of like salts. But if you could just find them at salt, then never mind.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't really have anything that I want to share now. I could do that for the next episode.
Okay. Well, until next time, folks.
Peace.
Peace.